Good morning, it's Sunday. I have to leave for church in like 2 minutes, so I have to get dressed right now. I always love a little sundress because it makes getting ready so simple. It's just a one-step process. All right, I'm home. I'm about to make lunch because I'm super hungry, but then I gotta lock in with writing afterwards. So my day got a little bit away from me today. A little while after I sat down for my hour-long writing sprint, my mom called me, so then we were chatting for a bit, and then I remembered I had to get something from the store, so I went and did that. And then I came back, finished out my writing sprint, and then had to start cooking dinner. I did do 1 hour of writing today, but that doesn't really bode well for my 40-hour work week. It is Sunday, so technically it's like a weekend anyway, in terms of like treating writing like my 9 to 5. Right now, I'm gonna eat dinner and watch Pirates of the Caribbean. I started it last night. I'm on the 3rd one. I'm rewatching the whole series, which is just so fun because I'm writing a pirate fantasy, so lots of inspiration. And then I'll see if I can do another hour of working on my book tonight. For draft 2, I'm starting with going through all my notes that I wrote down in here when I was going through the Story Genius method, rereading every idea I've ever had for this book, seeing if there's stuff that I didn't end up including in draft 1, but that I actually do want to include in draft 2. And so I made notes of all of that. Next, I'm going to go through the Google Doc with the draft itself because I did make comments on the side whenever I had a new idea or noticed a plot issue. So I want to include all of those notes in my draft 2 checklist. I'm making a revision checklist this time. Once my checklist is done, it'll just be going bam, 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 going down the list and just solving all the problems, which will involve probably a lot of staring at the wall. But there's also a list of scenes that I want to write. A lot of them are like backstory stuff, but I feel like I want to write them out fully fleshed out, even though in the book itself, I'll probably just refer back to them in flashbacks or snippets of dialogue or things like that. I feel like I need to spend more time with these characters before the book starts to know exactly where we're at when the book starts, you know what I mean? I'm gonna eat dinner now. Teeth are brushed, dishes are done, laundry is completely done, and I am all cozy and ready to watch the last hour of my movie. I tend to be the kind of person who starts the day with like 10 things on my to-do list, and then when I accomplish like 5 of them, I'm like, oh my gosh, I didn't do anything today. So despite the fact that there are still things on my to-do list, I'm allowing myself to enjoy my movie night because I did a lot today. I went to church, I did laundry, I made content, I wrote for an hour, I cooked dinner, I worked out. There are a lot of things that I did check off my list. The thing about being unemployed is there's no deadline. So it's like the balance of me trying to hold myself to my self-imposed deadlines, but also recognizing that maybe sometimes they're a little bit unreasonable. It's like almost 8 p.m. so hypothetically I have time left in my night, but I do tend to go to bed early. I woke up at 5:30 today. Probably will do the same tomorrow. Peace out. Just finished the movie, feeling really emotional. Hollywood just doesn't do it like that anymore. Guys, this is your sign to rewatch Pirates of the Caribbean. I am gonna work on my book for a bit, I think I will. It's Monday, the official start of the work week. It's about 8 a.m. I'm gonna start by editing the reel that I did yesterday because I'm doing a reel for every day of this challenge. And remember, the content creation hours do count as work hours. And then I'm gonna get back into writing because I reached flow state last night as I was rewriting my first chapter. And I felt like I really found the protagonist's voice in the way that I had been envisioning but hadn't really been able to land on when I was doing first draft. I know her psychology, misbelief, fears, wants, etc., but in terms of her voice, like her personality that comes through and just like the way she says things, because it's all in first person, I felt like I really found that last night in my first chapter as I was rewriting. So, and I just love it so much more now. And for second draft, I switched into Times New Roman, which I feel like always makes me write better somehow. So life hack, switch fonts for every single draft. Okay, I just edited and posted my reel, and now it's time to write. I am pausing for lunch. Honestly, having a pretty good writing session so far this morning. I wrote for like an hour and a half. I'm about 2,200 words deep into chapter 1 now. I just finished writing for like 2 hours, which feels really good. I'll talk more about my like thoughts and stuff on that later. Right now I have to take my car to get the oil changed. I'm gonna bring this book, There Is No Antimemetics Division. This is my current read, but when I'm reading in public or like in a place that might have distractions, it can be hard for me to focus. I need like dead silence. Like I need like no distractions to focus, whether it be reading or writing or schoolwork. Like I really prefer dead silence. Because I'm going to be reading in public, I'm going to bring this one. It's more of a thriller vibe. It has very simple language. It's just easier to read. And I just found out that I got a job interview, so that's very exciting, which means that I'm going to have to set aside some time today and maybe tomorrow morning to research and like prepare. As a pageant girl, I take interview prep very seriously. Just gonna have to fit that in because I'm committed to this writing full-time thing. I mean, I have all afternoon and all evening. I accidentally put a filter on my camera, so if you notice something weird about the last couple of clips, that would be why. Oopsies. Feel like an old lady. I just got back from the car place. This book is really good. It was a nice break to get to read for a bit. Feeling ready to write for another hour. I finished chapter 1. It's like 4,800 words, and I'm feeling pretty happy about it. For those who don't know, this is the second fantasy novel that I've written. I wrote 4 drafts of my first novel. I finished it like at the beginning of this year and sent it to beta readers. And the thing about writing 4 drafts is you see your writing improve so much. And then going into my second book, I thought the first draft of my second book would look more like the quality of writing that was in the 4th draft of my last book, because now it's like, that's what I'm capable of, that's the level I'm at. And so it's kind of disheartening when the first draft of my second book really just read like a first draft, like the same first draft level as my first book. But what I'm learning is that the second draft of this second book that I'm writing right now, I'm only 1 chapter in, right? But I feel like just that first chapter that I rewrote is more at the level of the 3rd and 4th draft of my first book. The foundations of the first draft were stronger than the first draft of my first book, for sure. My ability to make the revisions needed and understand what was needed happened faster. So that's something that I'm happy about right now. I've just learned that a first draft is always gonna look like a first draft. It's always gonna be like bad. Especially maybe because I've learned that I actually like revising better than drafting, because in my first book I didn't have that to even know, because I never revised an entire novel before. I didn't think to dislike the drafting part. I just wrote the book. But this time I actually really didn't enjoy the process of drafting this second book, because all I wanted to do was get to the part where I could revise. And maybe that's what made the first draft feel so messy, was because I wasn't putting that much thought into the quality of it. And maybe that will make all my first drafts messy forevermore. But at least I will write them quickly and I will get to the revising part as quickly as possible, because that's the actual part that I like, and the part where I get to see my writing start to actually shine in the way that I know that it can. Good morning. It's Tuesday. It's like 7:30 in the morning. I think I'm gonna start today like I did yesterday with editing my daily reel. When I have a job interview, it's hard for me to focus on anything until after the interview, so I'm probably gonna do some interview prep, but the interview's at 12:30, so I have like 5 hours. So I'll do some interview prep, maybe squeeze in like a 30-minute writing session, or I might just work on social media stuff that I feel like is easier for me to do while the pressure of the interview is still hovering over me, rather than writing, which kind of takes more of my focus. It's like, no, like I swear I'm better than this, but here's the thing I'm learning. I am currently on a large agency's website doing research for this interview, and looking at the list of agents in their books division is making me really excited for the querying process whenever I might get to it. I'm so excited to like make a list of agents that are looking for books like mine. Okay, I just finished my interview and I already changed out of my button down because I was afraid that I was gonna like sweat through it because I was stressed. So now I've changed into this to film my daily reel. I remembered that I have a networking event in LA that I signed up to go to, so I actually only have like 4 hours, less than 4 hours before I have to leave the house for that. So it's not really a lot of writing time, but I guess the best thing I can do is just get started right now. That networking event was actually awesome. I met really cool people. So I think it's worth it to have a writing day that was kind of a dud, just so I can go to that. And also, obviously, the interview was worth it, hopefully. But you never know. I mean, it's always like you do all these interviews and you apply to all these jobs and you probably only get one, and one is all you need. So you never know which one's going to be the one. It's around 10 p.m. I just got back from LA. Since I'm moving to LA soon, I just want to get to know more people in the industry. I really didn't get as much writing done as I wanted to today, and now I feel like really behind on my challenge because I'm going to have to make up these hours somehow. I guess I could always add a day, like make it an 8-day challenge instead of a 7-day challenge. Hey guys, it's Wednesday. I'm actually taking the day off from my challenge because I had a lot of errands and things on my to-do list that I was procrastinating and ignoring because I was just sitting there writing, and I was getting stressed and I was like, wait, I actually need to get this stuff done. And part of that is I'm moving in a couple weeks and I just really wanted to tidy my room up. My room is a mess. You can't see it because you can kind of see it. As I was going through some folders and things from school, I found these. I just wanted to give a moment for posterity. This is what it means to be a producer. All of this paperwork was my responsibility. Certificates of insurance, personal releases, schedules, budgets, scripts, all the things. Signed by all the people and delivered on time for us to shoot the movie. I just wanted to have a moment for that before I recycle all of this because this was so much work. This was so much work. I did this not just for this is for my junior thesis, but also for my 2 senior theses. Even more paperwork. I just wanted a moment for that because I don't know that people really understand what I mean when I say that I'm graduating. Please don't look at... I'm sorry, I know. That corner is really messy. Please don't look at that. This is why I'm cleaning my room, okay? I don't know that people always know what I mean when I say that I went to film school. There's an impression that a lot of people have that film students all want to be film directors. This is not true. There's so many other jobs in Hollywood that you don't even know exist. A lot of film students want to do those jobs, you know? They might want to be a casting director or a set decorator or a producer or a writer. And sometimes when I tell people that I studied producing, they're like, how do you study that? I thought producers just give the money. And that's not true. This is what a producer does. They do paperwork. They do location agreements. They coordinate across all of the departments. They're in charge of the budget. They help guide creative direction of the project. They can be the director's closest partner. And this is all the work I had to do to get my degree. It wasn't just messing around with cameras. It was mostly just scheduling meetings, going to meetings, running the meetings as the producer, and getting people to sign all of the forms on time. I'll see you tomorrow. Good morning. It is 8:30 on Thursday. I took the day off yesterday because, like I said, I had just so many errands to do. I spent like 2 hours decluttering and vacuuming my room, so I'm really happy now. I love being in a clean space. But I did write for 2.5 hours yesterday, and I am still counting that for my challenge. My game, my rules, okay? Today is a bit busy because I wanted to see Disclosure Day, the movie, so I'm gonna go to the movie theater and see that. And I'm also going to the Assistants vs. Agents summer kickoff in LA tonight. I have like a couple hours now, and this time I really have to commit to like editing this vlog. I'm gonna write for an hour, edit for an hour, go see my movie, go to a cafe afterwards, but I think I'm gonna have to work on job applications when I go to a cafe. Do that for the rest of the afternoon, and then go to LA. Just got out of the movie. I got my perfect pint ice cream. This is the best ice cream I've had in the United States. I studied abroad in France, for those who don't know, and ever since getting back, it's always been depressing that I can't find ice cream here that's as good as like the gelato there. This is amazing. They have a location here at the Orange Outlet, and they have one in Palm Desert, and I highly recommend trying it if you are near any of those places. And I'm really gonna miss them when I go to LA, which is why I needed to get some here today. So I gotta drive home quick and put it in the freezer. The movie was good. There were questions that I had. Oh my gosh, I'm being perceived. I feel like there were questions that I had as I was watching it that I was like, why didn't someone think of that? Or like, why are they reacting to this in this way? Or why aren't they reacting to this in this? There was just a little bit weirdness to like, it was a strange mix tonally of older school action movies, Steven Spielberg's like earlier movies, but then like mixed with like the crisp modern tone of psychological thrillers today. Just a weird combination. It was such a big concept, and I feel like there was just more that they could do about it, and I feel like the climax wasn't very climactic for me. That's all. I'm gonna go to a cafe. super short update for Friday because I spent literally all day sitting right here in this chair locking in. I wrote for 5.5 hours and I spent an hour and a half on content. I'm about 14,000 words into draft 2, which is very exciting. Today was a really great writing day. I haven't been doing much vlogging the past couple days because I've just been running errands and applying to jobs and squeezing in writing where I can. Today I posted my day 5 reel, so we're still going on the challenge, we're still writing every day. I wanted to dedicate today to being a content day, and I was finally going to lock in and start editing this. The thing about YouTube is I don't not like editing, it's just that I hate starting editing. It's hard for me to start. Like once I start, I lock in and I'm fine. I can sit there for a couple hours and edit, but like the starting of it is so tedious and I just hate it. And I was just about to start and I was like, I'm gonna do it, I'm finally gonna do it, and then I left my connector thing that would connect the SD card that would like transfer the files to my computer. I think I left it in Illinois right when I was actually gonna do it too. Like, oh my gosh. Okay, I have lots to plan for Instagram, so I can do that. That's fine. Like, I have like 4 YouTube videos, guys, that I filmed that I just like halfway edited or just haven't edited. When you're staring at like 40 hours of editing, I'm so unmotivated to start. Especially when Instagram is such like a quick gratification. Like it takes an hour to post a reel, you know? I'm like 40 pages into my Google Doc of second draft of my book, which I've been making really good progress, and it's very exciting, and it has me in a chokehold, and it's all I think about. Okay, bye. Guys, I found it. It was in my backpack. Everything is okay. Wow, I just like texted my dad like frantically and then realized I might have put it somewhere else. Why did I put it there? I don't know, but I knew somewhere in the back of my head that it was there. That memory surfaced. Just after I like stopped recording that last clip, I like remembered. Wow, okay. We're all good, guys. We're gonna start with this vlog. We're gonna put this vlog into the editor and we're gonna make this vlog, and you guys are gonna see it one day. You're gonna see this vlog. It's not just gonna sit in my computer forever. Okay, bye. I didn't do an update at the end of this challenge because I had to start packing. As you can maybe tell, I'm not in my room or my former room anymore. I moved to LA, so I got really busy with that. I was really stuck for a while on that scene that I was stuck on in the last clip. It's a scene where the characters actually pirate another ship for the first time. They're attacking it, ransacking it, looting it, and I just couldn't justify that scene for the plot or the character. I was like, why do I need this scene here? Partially just because I'd already changed the plot enough for draft 2 that it just wasn't necessary, I don't think, anymore. Or at least I would have had to change the function of it, but I couldn't figure out what to change the function to. But on top of that, there's kind of a big part of this book that had been bothering me that I just knew wasn't working, and so I got really stuck on that. So it was a lot of handwriting for me over the past few days, and then I finally came to the decision to just like not do that big thing that wasn't working and do it a different way. There's a very important secondary character that wasn't going to be on the page for a lot of the book. Like the whole point was that she wasn't going to be on the page, but I decided to put her on the page, so she's going to be there the whole time, or at least I'm going to try that, and we're going to see how it works. And I just started rewriting it from the top. I kind of started over on second draft. Not completely rewriting, but just revising at this point. All the work that I've already done for second draft has already been really helpful, and I'm not like deleting it, but I just have to rework it to change this character dynamic and just keep her in there the whole time. So that's what I'm working on right now. I'm like 12 pages into my draft 2.1. I would recommend doing this like full-time writer challenge if you're on summer break or winter break, spring break, whatever. It really helped me stay consistent, and I got a lot more done over 1 week than I would have imagined possible. My camera's dying, so I won't keep you. Thank you so much for watching the video, and I will see you in the next one.